everyone, how's it going? So today I was making some food for myself. It's actually nighttime, but I also kind of got a craving for eating something sweet. So but it's gonna be so easy, so simple that you can make this sweet thing anytime you want. So all you're going to need for this recipe are three ingredients, just three, and everything is available in almost all the kitchens. Everyone has those ingredients. So here I have a cup of flour. It's red flour, or it's not like that processed kind of thing. It's with fiber content in it. And here I have sugar, and the third ingredient that I'll be using for it is ghee. Oil, ghee, you can use whatever. You can even use desi ghee if you have it, but I'll just be using the regular ghee that we use. So all you have to do for this recipe is just move on to the stove and light it up. After that, I'll just put the hot plate onto the stove. Just make sure that all you need to be careful about is that you manage the temperature very well. So some people call it Panjeeri. Some people call it I guess they also call it churi. And they kind of add a lot of stuff into this recipe. They add nuts and desi ghee, cardamoms, crushed coconut, and all that stuff. But right now the recipe that I'm showing you, it's the basic one for making a panjeeri, or you can just call it a sweet snack that you can enjoy with tea. You can enjoy it with a warm glass of milk, or you can just eat it on its own because it's very delicious and nutty, and really warms you up, especially in winter days when it's hot and you eat it. It really feels awesome. Alright, so first things first, I'll just get some ghee, a bit generous amount, because we need it to be a bit greasy and oily, not too much dry but not too much oily as well. So I'll take this ghee and add it onto the pan or the hot plate, and then I'll just grab a spatula for working the flour over. But just make sure that you don't make the hot plate too hot, because that can burn the flour, and we don't want it, because it will turn our entire dessert into a disaster. But you don't want to do that. So I'll take the flour, and yeah, it's wheat flour. You can also use corn flour. You can also use millet or bajra flour, any one you prefer, but it was the one that was available at home. So I've put the flour into the ghee, and you can already see it's starting to bubble up. Now we are going to put the sugar. Sugar is always to taste. I'll just I don't like super sweet stuff. I like to just make it moderately sweet. So I've put like 2 tablespoons or something above that. And now all I'm going to do is start to roast it with the ghee. And you need to be a bit patient while working it into the ghee, because sometimes we get kind of like impatient and we just hit the flame and everything burns up. You just gotta be a bit patient and keep on working it until it starts to smell nutty and roasted. That's when it will be ready. It's made with very cheap ingredients, just flour, sugar, and a bit of ghee. We need to mix it thoroughly so that the ghee mixes with all the flour and nothing is left dried out or too much greasy on one side while the rest is left dried. We don't want it like that. So we need to keep working it evenly so that our panjeeri at the end turns nicely and evenly cooked with ghee that was spread into the whole thing. Well, it still hasn't started to give off that roasty and nutty smell, so we'll just mix it nicely. Still, don't lose your patience and don't touch that stove valve too, because if you increase the flame, all the results will be burnt and bitter. So just keep on working it. My mom used to make it for me when I was a kid, and actually I learned this recipe from her. I used to ask for candies all the time when I was a kid, and she was kind of like concerned for my health, especially because candies kind of ruin your teeth, because when you're a kid you don't care about brushing and all that. So she used to make this for me, which is also filling and also healthy, and it also kind of give the little kids that sweet craving that they always kind of need. Alright, so now you can see the color is starting to turn into a beautiful golden shade, and it's starting to give out that really nice smell as well. And that's when your flour has started to cook and it's almost ready. Just a little bit more. I'll cook it just a little bit more, and then what you're going to do is that you'll have to take it off the pan immediately, because if you will leave it there, it can burn and ruin the whole thing. And constantly mix it. Don't leave it as if thinking that it's gonna it's not gonna burn, but because it's gonna burn if you will stop stirring it, mixing it. You just need to constantly move that hand and that spatula to keep turning it over and over so that it cooks evenly without getting stuck to the pan or the flour turning brown. You only want it to be golden, and I just did turn off the stove. And let's keep mixing it a little bit more. So I'll just take a plate and I'll start to collect it off of here because it's ready. Let me get the other spoon so that I can take it off, and then I'll taste it and tell you guys how it turned out. Okay, so I've plated it out, and it looks, you can see it's brownish golden and evenly cooked, mixed with all the ghee and greasiness, as well as you can see a bit of sugar here and there as well. So now I'll just take a taste and tell you guys how it tastes like. And I'll just cool it down a little because it's super hot. It doesn't look hot, but it's very hot when you put it in your mouth. So be careful. Yeah. It tastes very good. Very delicious. Well, it almost tastes like a sweet cookie that's crushed. I can feel the grains of sugar getting crushed in my mouth. mixing with that perfect nutty flavor of wheat flour that's cooked perfectly with the ghee that I added, and tastes amazing. Amazing snack. Or you can partner it with tea or milk. You won't be disappointed, guys. So definitely need to try this, and let me know in the comment section how you liked it. And also, yeah, another benefit of this snack is that you can store it in an airtight container or a jar. You can make it in bulk quantity. You'll store it in a jar, and then whenever you want to eat it, you can take it out and serve it to guests, to children, with friends, anyone, and they will surely love it as well. So I hope you guys try this recipe, and I hope you enjoy it as well. And I'll see you next time with some other simple and hearty recipe. Till next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.